Bluesfantv. I'm here with kcee. Brother, talk to me. We've just won 1-0 to Pafos. What do you make out of this game today?
I mean, a win is a win, but the performance was very, very lackluster, very subpar, not good enough. I mean, I understand people complaining about when we talk about standards and whatnot, but let's be real, you know. I know. It's not acceptable, you know. People talk about standards, people get annoyed when we talk about standards, but let's be real, we're a big club, you know. Yeah. Like us underneath Maresca, we would have probably beaten these guys 3, 4, 5, 6-0. You know, in the past it would have been 10-0. 1-0 against Pafos it's not good enough. You know, we're 8th place. You know, in the positions, automatic qualification. I know, but the goal difference isn't enough. Games like this, we need to be winning by 3, 4, 5 goals, so we can give ourselves a nice cushion going into the next Champions League game, which is Napoli away. And Napoli, they're a good side. Like they're not, you know, it's not going to be an easy game. You know, Antonio Conte, you know, Scott McTominay, like those guys, like they're gonna come out and play, and these guys need to win to even get a playoff position. So it's even gonna be even more challenging to get a result out there. So today, a game like this, we should have won by 3-4-0. But listen, at least we got 3 points. It was looking like we were gonna get a draw, and it would have been a different story. But 3 points, that's the most important thing. But apart from that, the performance was really, really bad, not good enough.
Yeah, I do agree with you, because to be honest, I think to me, because you know what I want to say is, like, when you're winning the Club World Cup, when you win the Conference League, when you're putting yourself in that position where people look at you and say, this is a big club, you've got to turn up.
You have to turn up.
If it was Spurs tonight, if it was Crystal Palace or just random team won 1-0 against Pafos, they will be happy. But this is Chelsea.
This is Chelsea, and that's the problem. And that's the problem with these players. I think it's a mentality issue, because when it comes to the Cities, the Barcelonas, the Man United, the Arsenals, they want to turn up. They will actually turn up and perform. But when it comes to, no offense to Pafos, little clubs like Pafos, and you know, and we're losing to Leeds, and we're only beating teams that we should be beating by 5-6 goals, only by a goal or two. It's a mentality issue, and it's something that needs to be addressed. That was something that I believe Maresca was trying to get into them towards the end. Obviously, he got sacked. He's been replaced by Rossignol, and it's kind of like the work that he was trying to put in to get these guys to mentally be checked in for every single game. It's kind of like it's gone out of their heads, you know. Like I said again, these guys on paper are more talented than Pafos, but let's be real, they played better than us today. They played way better than us today. They came in with a plan, parked the bus, and it almost worked. And they almost even got a goal out of it. They almost got a goal towards the end, you know. It's like we had a plan, but we didn't want to execute the plan because we thought, oh, these guys are subpar, so we're going to come in and play 50%, which is not acceptable. You know, every single game you have to come and play with 110% effort. Because like today, we could have almost bottled it. We could have almost like gotten a draw out of it and not a win, and would have been, as you said, we would have had a different conversation, and it would have been a different reaction towards the game. So yeah, we have to turn up, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about the individual performance and talking about the lineup as well. I don't know what sort of mentality we've got within these managers coming in.
Yeah.
You are sitting 13 before this game. You desperately need a win in this game before you think of the next game. Why have we decided to choose that starting lineup?
Let's remember, the manager doesn't pick the lineup. It's the sporting directors and that stupid Igbali guy. He's the one that's picking the lineup. He's the one that's telling him, listen, you're going to play these players. This player's going to come off after this amount of minutes. So let's be real. When we're talking about lineup we can't really pin this on Rossignol, because we know that it's the sporting directors and Igbali that's picking the lineup. Now, there's some players that it's like, I don't know why they're here. Like, for example, Garnacho today, poor, absolutely terrible. His body language as well, appalling, you know. His one-on-one play is absolutely dreadful. Like, United fans were talking to us about this. I didn't think it was this bad. No one thought it was this bad. It's like he can't take a man on. It's really, really bad. Esteval had to come on and show him how to take on a man, and even him, he was subpar today. But the fact that he was our best swinger in the entire game and he was only on for 45 minutes shows the standards of the players of this club has fallen, and it's really, really, really concerning. You know, Neto, you know, he done all right today. The lap, it was like he was a postman again. You know, a post box doing nothing. Now, I understand that the service isn't the best to him, but it goes to show again that the players don't trust him. Because if you are a good enough player, they will give you the ball. We saw with Esteval. We saw with Esteval today. Like the players were giving him the ball every single time. Esteval, they were giving him the ball because they trust him with the ball. They know that he can do something with it. They're not giving him the ball because they know this guy is whack. This guy is straight dog. This guy is dog cheeks, you know. Hato today played well as well. Hato, another good performance, you know. He's someone that has had a lot of, you know, he's had some rocky times, but he's building confidence, and we're seeing it with his performances. Another good performance there. No, I've mentioned about him today. Satanic performance right there, innit? You know, how do I call it? Gittins when he came on, he you know, he done bits here and there, which was good. Caicedo today, absolutely outstanding man of the match, you know, but that's the standard, you know. Caicedo is showing Chelsea standard to the point where we're not even talking about him because he does this on a regular basis, you know. He's absolutely fantastic. Fofana was doing a bit of showboating at the end, almost conceded a goal, but I think he was all right today. I think that, you know, overall there was a lot of okay performances, one or two really bad performances, and Caicedo was the only one that really turned up today. Everyone else again was just playing at fifth gear, and again it's not acceptable. We have to, every single player from the starting 11 to the bench needs to be playing at 100% first gear every single time. I don't care whether it's Pafos, I don't care whether it's City, we need to turn up. So yeah. So
going forward, mate, because obviously it was a good analysis, but going forward, Crystal Palace, Napoli, tough games, West Ham.
Very tough. Very tough.